Hey guys, welcome back to the Wood and Metal Workshop. I'm Kent. Today we're not working on wood, kind of metal. Truck needs a couple of new thermostats, so we're going to go ahead and get that done. This is the first time I've been doing this, just like all of you. Went and watched some YouTube videos. Now we're going to tackle it. So let's get zoomed in here on what the area we're working on, and we'll see if we can work our way through this. Alright guys, I think we're ready to get going on this now. Off camera I went ahead and drained the coolant. It's still dripping, you can probably hear it. So first thing we need to do is remove the resonator cover. I already pulled that off earlier. And then we need to loosen the belt and take it off the pulley. There's 4 bolts that hold the air conditioning compressor down. We need to fold that up out of the way. So first thing I'm going to do is release the clips here and unplug it. Maybe. Well, these are always easier said than done. There we go. Okay, that's out of the way. In case you're wondering, I gotta release the belt here. I already got the wrench on here. Now let's see if we can leave that one in place. Just get that one off. There we go. And of course it started falling off. They always do, and can never figure out how they go back on. Okay, so these are 15 millimeter. Oh, we got one more electrical connection. All right, 4 bolts, all the same size. And then this should just allow us to lift this up and kind of fold it back here out of the way. All right. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts right here that we need to loosen up. Look like they're 13s. Let's check here. No, in case anybody's wondering, that's a 12. And now, supposedly, this just comes off of here. Oh, I'm guessing we're going to have to take this one out here too. Okay, that is also a 12. Okay, there are no more bolts in it, so there's an O-ring seal on this. So let's take that bracket off. Just gently working it back and forth, trying to get that seal loose. All right, guys, I think we got it. A little WD-40, a little more wiggling, and there we go. She is out. Now, there's two thermostats in this. One has holes, and they go towards the back. You see the little holes there? Those go towards the back. And the front one is just looks like a regular thermostat. So one of these is, in my understanding, is a 185 degree thermostat. The other one is a 185 degree thermostat. And the whole deal is that one opens before the one opens, starts letting the coolant through, and if you need more cooling, then the second one opens. Not sure of everything behind it. What I am going to do is get all this cleaned up. There's the O-ring. Looks kind of nasty. Got a new one. Believe I got the right one. The auto parts guy said it was the right one. You never know about that these days, though. Clean out the inside of the housing. Clean up the bottom of the housing a little bit. It looks pretty good. We'll just probably take this and on a flat surface, use a little bit of fine sandpaper and just rub this, get it nice and clean. And then we'll go ahead and reassemble and then fill it with coolant and we should be good to go. Thumbs up. Anyhow, let me go get this all cleaned up and we'll be back. All right, guys, I think we're ready to go back together here. I got this mostly cleaned up. There's a little bit of scuzz left in here, but it's as good as I can get it. We're just going to take and put a little bit of dielectric grease on here. Just make our O-ring go a little bit easier. New O-ring. Just slip that in. Okay. Rear thermostat with the little holes. They go towards the back. Front thermostat, doesn't make a difference. That sits right in there. Those we'll just toss over here on the table. Hey, look at that. I think they both landed on the floor. So here's our housing. I went and smoothed out the bottom here on some 220 sandpaper. And I've already put a little dielectric grease in here after cleaning it out. Use the Wizzy wheel, just the edge of it, just to get all the crud out of there. So hopefully this just slides back together. Oh, look at that. Just like it was made to fit there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close up. Oh, I'm supposed to put this back on. It's falling off its little rubber here, so see if we can get this back in here. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and close up the radiator drain, and we'll start refilling this. Alright guys, well it looks like somebody has stolen my funnel. Yeah, I only have one funnel. I gotta buy another funnel set. They seem to disappear out here. I don't know why. So anyhow, we're going to start filling the coolant up. Now I'm using a 50-50 mix of any color. Mixes with everything. And I like buying the 50-50 mix because I don't have to buy distilled water and all that stuff. I can just open the jug, dump it in. Yeah, it's a little more expensive, but in the end, it's just easier for me. So like I said, we've got the breather open there. So we're going to keep our eye on that and see when coolant starts coming out. And when coolant starts coming out of that, we're going to close it. So I don't know if it's showing up on video, but if you look at the back of my left hand, looks like I got a fight with a mountain lion. And changing the starter on my son's truck yesterday. Starter went out on it. So we got it in the shop, which was a struggle in its own because I haven't plowed the driveway in over a month. And got it pulled out of the snowbank it was sitting in. Got it shoved into the shop here, and I've never done a starter on it's a Chevy, a 2000 Chevy with the 5.3. I've never done the starter on that before. Watched a YouTube video because that's what you do when you want to do something you haven't done before, and went ahead and got struggled to get that starter out. And the YouTube video that I watched was a pretty good video. Gave me a tip, pull the inside fender liner so you can get to the wires, disconnect the wires, and so on. But they didn't say on there was disconnect the wires before you bolt it in, or unbolt it from the truck. And the other thing they didn't say is there's a heat shield that is on the starter over the solenoid. And if you got any brains at all, you'll realize, unlike I did, that heat shield comes off. It's just a clip-on style. It just slides over it. It's got it's spring loaded, and you go ahead and pull that off. Make your life a heck of a lot easier. Did not make a video on that because my son had a couple of friends here helping him work on it, and I didn't get involved really till they had left and hadn't been able to accomplish their goal. Nothing coming out yet. Yeah. Check a couple of YouTube videos. Or open your eyes. Top up the overflow here. Or the coolant reservoir tank. That's twice I've done that. Just about there anyways. That's pretty good right there. We're going to go ahead and start the truck and make sure that all the air is out, and then we'll move along. I'm not going to put the cap on until I've got the system bled out. So let's get it started here. Alright guys, here we go. Truck's up to operating temperature. Everything's good. Go ahead and put our cap back on, and we are done. So I've noticed that most of my watchers haven't subscribed to the channel. If you like the videos, the best way you can support me is hitting subscribe and watching the whole video. So if you're at this point, you watch the whole video. So great. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit subscribe. Likes are always appreciated. And go ahead and leave a comment. If you liked what I did, didn't like what I did, if you have a tip, trick, something else, let's go ahead and put that in there. And I try to read and answer all my comments. So catch you in the next one.